Hey, y'all. Welcome to another episode of the Sisterhood Podcast. And we have made it to our finale, our Pillow Talk series, our candid couch conversations. And listen, it has been a journey. We have talked about navigating the storms and surviving in your marriage, all the way to when you get that simple no or that rejection that is not as negative as you think and is just God's redirection. But tonight, we have a special guest who is joining us. She is the force behind Purse PowHER. She was coming in to speak to all the mommies, and we are talking all things finance. It is none other than our sis, our friend, Meka Money Coach.
Thank y'all for having me. Look, we're so excited to have you here. So make sure y'all grab you some coffee or some tea. But we finna get ready to talk about some things, y'all.
All right. So listen, before we dive deep, like we do, because y'all know we bring it all raw, bold, and unfiltered, let's have a little fun. So Meka, I see you're carrying that beautiful purple purse. So dig in there and tell us something that you can pull out that would explain or just give reference to who you are.
Ooh. Okay. Let's see. Because everywhere she go is full now. So
Hey, clock it.
2 things. And I didn't even know I had this with me. She has some money in there.
Hey.
Okay. So money manager Meka. And then I'll say my content phone. So I decided to get another phone for look, 2 phones.
Hey, this girl about her business and her money.
Yes. So I decided to get another phone for context because I want to take it serious and get into my content bag. Because I want to share my story with other ladies. So I was like, let me get serious about it. And then, of course, the case on the back is me. It has my favorite verse on there, which is Matthew 6:33. Seek ye God first, the kingdom of God, and then all the other things will be added unto us.
Yes.
So I would say my content phone.
Okay, so we getting into content bags, we getting into the money bag, and she keeping it real with the financial and the spiritual bag, because without that spiritual bag, nothing else will fall in place.
That's
okay,
right,
honey,
that's right.
I get it.
So,
I get it.
So you call yourself the money coach, right?
Yes.
Okay. But when you're not coaching, what fills your cup?
Oh, that's a good one. That is a good one. I'm always talking about filling my cup. But right now, I'm just being still and I'm resting. So I'm getting back into reading. I've always had a love for reading, but I haven't been able to do that probably within the last 10 years.
Okay.
And so I've just been getting back into reading books, quiet time, just being by myself and being still, and I'm loving it.
All right.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm taking notes. Notes. And so as we get ready to dive into your journey, tell us a little bit about what inspired, what brought about Money Meka, what brought about Purse PowHER. Give us a little insight on how that came about.
Okay, so personally, we probably all know that a business, or I'm gonna say a ministry, is always birthed out of a need, and a lot of times it's a need that we had ourselves. And so I just wanted to be a money coach because I grew up in a single mom household. My mom was just trying to figure it out, trying to take care of me and my brother, and nobody taught me money management. Nobody was talking about it in school. And of course, when we get grown, we grow up.
Right.
And we're out here just trying to spend money, but we really don't know what we're doing. So it was out of a need when I became a single mom. I was like, okay, I need to take care of me and my son. I don't know what I'm doing. So I literally just dove into teaching myself. And then along that journey, I was like, if I needed this and nobody was teaching it, I was like, there has to be so many other moms that needed it. So I was like, let me be to other moms what I wish I had. And so I was literally just out here trying to teach money.
Right.
And the Holy Spirit said bigger. And so when I first started talking about Purse PowHER, it was making sure we had the money inside of our purses that we need. And then I heard them say bigger. And so it went from just finances to making sure we take care of the whole mom, spiritually, mentally, physically, and financially. And so I want us to know before we're moms, we're still women. I'm still Meka. So let me make sure she has everything that she needs, and then I just want to be there for my other sisters. So that's where Purse PowHER came from.
Purse PowHER seems like something that needs to be in every woman's household. Everybody needs to be a part of it. Everybody needs to be chimed in, because It's about, again, the whole self. And we tend to, as moms, we know this. Yes. We run. We're wearing all the hats. We're doing everything for everybody. Yes. And then here we are sitting on E and struggling when we don't have to be. And so here we have someone who is inspired to say, this is my story. So I want to thank you first for what you're doing for women out there. And I also want to say thank you for your transparency, for sharing that. Look, this journey was not a journey that was hard for me. I was dealt some cards that I didn't want to play, but you played them and you played them well. So now you're just out here helping women play their cards as well. So thank you for what you're doing. We appreciate Purse PowHER. We love you for that. That's amazing.
Thank you. That means a lot to me.
That is so awesome. You got me thinking now. Because as a mom myself, you know, like you said, I really don't take the time out for me. And like you said, we fill up everybody else's cup but ourselves. And I mean, it can look sad, you know what I'm saying?
But it's easy to do because that's all we was taught. Right. I'll say for me, maybe 6-7 years ago, I came to because I saw my grandmother do it. Right. I saw my mom do it.
Yes.
Like, so this is all I saw. So I just knew to do it. You put yourself on the back burner and you make sure everybody else is taken care of. We don't know. Society tell us once you have children, it's no longer about you.
Right.
Right. So that's all we know until I came to a point where I didn't want to do it anymore. I didn't want to be married. Right. I didn't want to be a mom. Literally, my therapist was like, you're on the verge of a nervous breakdown. She's like, you have to do something different. And that's when I came to the point too, what about me? What does Meka need? I can take care of them, but I got to start taking care of myself too. So that's really, you know, where it started. I was like, and I don't want anybody else to get to the point that where I was, where you're on the verge of breakdown. You're in your therapist's office on the floor crying your eyes out every week, right? Because that's what it was. Or not wanting to be a mom. That's crazy. But that's where I was. And I'm sure there's a lot of other moms like that, but nobody, because who want to say, I don't want to be a mom anymore, right?
Nobody want to say that out
loud.
You
feel bad.
You feel it, but nobody wants to say it. And so he started making me share my story and say the hard things, and I cringe every time I do it. But I know if I'm sharing my story, somebody else is saying that's me. Yes. If she felt like that, I'm not alone. And now it's, what do I do? Right. And I talk about filling my cup. So the things that I love to do is sometimes just walk away from the house, walk away. They're okay. Also, as moms, we feel like we're supposed to do it all.
Or can't nobody do it like
Can't nobody do it like us until one weekend I left, and guess what? My husband cooked.
They figured it out.
They figured it out. And so I had to tell myself, if they figured it out that one time, they can keep doing it when I walk away.
Right.
Because a lot of times it's us.
It is.
Right. But then we also need permission.
Yes.
I don't know why we do that, but
right,
we need
but we
permission
do.
To walk away. We need permission to fill our cup. So I'm big on, let's walk away. Let's do something for ourselves.
And that is amazing. And I can relate to that in so many ways because I was there too. And growing up, I saw my mom. I saw her go to work. She worked at AT&T. She worked days. She came home. She cooked. She cleaned. She took care of us. She made sure my dad was okay. It was to bed, and it was like a cycle. And so when I became a wife and I had children, I thought that that was what I was supposed to do. And I never saw my mom vulnerable. I never saw my mom scared. I never saw her upset to the point of just that real upset. She would be mad at little bitty things, but never just letting her feelings show. I never saw her sad or cry.
I was about to say,
you know?
Never seen your mom cry.
No.
Because they was taught to go in the bathroom.
Yes.
You turn the shower on, you cry, you fix your face, and then you come out.
And you act like everything is okay.
But guess what they taught you to do?
The same thing. Until one day, I was at the same place that you were. And ended up on a chair, on a couch, however you want to put it, of a therapist. And she said, but why? I said, because I feel like I need to be my mom, you know, and she said, no. And so now, even though my girls are older, they see me in my vulnerable state. They know it's okay to not be okay. Baby girl, just don't stay there. However, now they will come home and they can see a look on my face and be like, give mama her space. And they'll prepare dinner. They will clean up and pick up. I don't have to. And they they allow me just to take a break. Even my husband will come in and say, I got this. You go ahead and take your bath now. And so it created peace. But I also don't want my daughters to fall into that rut and feel like they can't feel a certain way and that they have to always have it together. And they can be vulnerable and wake up and say, I ain't feeling this today.
Yeah.
I don't want to be this. I'm taking care of me today. Yeah. And again, like you said, figure it out, you know, and they do.
I challenge you to do something else too, because after that therapy session, I went home and I told my mom about it. Mm-hmm. And that was the first time I saw my mom cry. Yeah. She said she didn't know she could. Mm-hmm. Right? Because she knew to just go in the bathroom and cry and you figure it out. And I think she's been crying ever since. Right. Yeah. But it's okay because she knows that she can. And I actually cry in front of my daughters. I have 3 daughters, so I've cried in front of them, and I've told them Mom is not okay. But guess what? Hopefully when they get older, they can cry. Today I'm not okay. Yeah. Right? I can take today, let me sit in it, let me do whatever I need to do today. Well, I'll get up, but today I'm not okay. So that way we're changing generations. Mm-hmm. So maybe talk to your mom about it.
And we have a little, and she actually apologized to me. And I said, don't tell me that you're sorry. I said, there's no need to apologize. You were you were doing what you thought was right. That's what your mom did for you, and that's what you saw. So that's what you passed on. So I told her, I said, don't apologize. I said, now, Mom, that we know better, we can do better. And so now she takes the time to pour into herself, because if anybody knows my mama, she is on the go and she's doing everything for everybody. But now she has a schedule, and she will actually tell people, oh, I have to see if that fits into what I'm doing for me first. And sitting here reflecting on that, I just it just hit me. Like my mom, my mom is actually doing things for herself, things that make her happy first. And then she's doing for everyone else. And so I know Meka's girls are in the ages of middle school and elementary. My children are older. And I say to you that I feel like this session is pouring into you, because your girls are a little bit younger. And so this is a time to know that it's okay to not want to do it today. Yeah. It's okay to pause. It's okay to take a break, sis. It's okay to tell your husband, I'm not for it today. You know, figure it out.
And I really appreciate y'all for that, because it has been times where, especially probably in the last couple of weeks, where Journey and Janai, they'll catch me crying. Where and I'm trying to wipe my face, and they're like, or I can just be caught up praising God, because I'm thinking, God, I thank you for all that you've done, and I catch myself just crying, and Janaya and Journey be like, Mommy, what's wrong? And then they got to the point where they say, God is good, ain't he?
Yes. Wow.
God is good, ain't he? See? And I'll tell you another thing too, that as wives, we think we're supposed to do it all. Our husbands cannot read our minds. Yes. I would say that our husbands cannot read our minds.
I know. Us.
We think that they can. My husband told me that. I almost got mad. He was like, I can't read your mind. If you just tell me what you need, I can do it. And I started telling him what I need. He shows up in the car right line. Yeah. I didn't know he liked to cook.
Right.
Wow. Because I thought I was supposed to cook, right? So he loves to cook. He was like, that's his way of walking away and relieving stress. So I allow him to get in the kitchen. I ain't cooked in some years. I like it. Okay?
Right, exactly. Right.
By me telling him what I need, he can show up for us more. So start telling your husband, I just need a moment.
Right.
I just need to walk away. Can you help the girls for bed?
Right.
Instead of saying these his kids too, he's supposed to know.
And I never, because they don't know. Because my husband grew up, my mother-in-law did not work. My father-in-law worked. My husband is the baby of 13. Wow. So his mom was a stay-at-home mom. And when he married me, he expected me to be his mother. But there's a big difference. Let's put a pin in it. I work 8 to 5. So I can't be your mother. And for a while, it almost caused a strain on our marriage because we weren't communicating. And finally I sat down, I said, I am not your mom. I said, your mom didn't work. Now, if you want to sit me at home, then fine. I can do the other things, but I'm not. So we had to have that. So I when you say they can't read our minds, we have to communicate. And we always say this, you got to listen to receive, not listen to respond, because we have to hear. Communication is both ways, and I would always be in that mode of, I just want to listen, tell you how I feel, and I really don't care, and I'm telling you your feelings are valid, knowing that. But now I really listen and I hear, and I've learned my husband. And I also don't try to channel my marriage
Yeah.
on what everybody else's marriage is doing, because that doesn't work for us. My husband was the baby of 13, 7 sisters. So cooking was not his thing. Still isn't. He didn't have to. He had 7 sisters. So I'm the cook. However, he cleans.
Right.
He is a fanatic about being clean. Almost to the point where I'm like, okay, we have children. It can't be clean at all times, sir.
Oh, he sounds
so
like somebody else.
yes, so he's the cleaner, right? So you have to learn your husband's love language. You have to learn what works for you, and then you have to go from there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's just, I love this.
Yeah.
You hear
Yeah.
we dropping all the gems.
Yes.
Not only are we pouring into y'all that are tuned in, but we are pouring into ourselves. And sometimes we don't need to be sitting here empty. Right. So the fact that we are refilling our cup by just sharing life experiences, being transparent. And I think that's a lot of what keeps you going, that keeps you going, is the transparency. People like seeing authenticity. They like seeing, oh, they really don't always have it together. Oh, I had a bad day this morning, but I'm still here.
And
so
I'm not alone.
Yes.
But people, it seems like people they're so scared to share their story. They're so scared to say, hey, I am struggling, or I am going through. And I think that this society has made it where people are like, I don't want to share what's going on because it makes me look like I'm weak.
Yes.
It makes me look like, I'm a bad person for feeling how I feel. But I feel like it is so important for us to be able to share our story and how we feel. And like you said, growing up, we just hold that in. We don't share it.
And social media, and I'll just be honest, it's a lot of highlight reels. People want to share and a lot of people go to social media to walk away from what they have going on. Right. So I think that's why a lot of people don't share. And I'll just be honest, for me, like just here lately, me sharing, I cringe from some of the things that I share. And I know it's helping somebody, but it's hard just to say, this is what's going on.
It is.
I'm going through this. I'm losing friends. This is going on at work. My kids are struck. That's hard to say.
It is.
But somebody has to say it for somebody to be like, I'm going through that too. I'm not alone. And they'll reach out. So what did you do? How do you handle that? But how do you know who you can go to if nobody's telling the story?
That's true. And that's one of the reasons why we created the Sisterhood Podcast, was a safe space. A safe space where women can see transparency. They can see, that we don't always have it together, but this is what we did to overcome. Because I made a post this morning, just a transparent moment about how I used to be extra selfish. Yes, me. Even though I was married and I had children, it was still all about me. And God had to humble me and show me it's not about you. Like, you do have to share your love, and you can't just be consumed on pleasing just yourself. And so here I am, a product of growth, and so I just encourage other women, you don't have to always have it together, and you can start from where you are. And society wants us to think we should be married by a certain age and have the house and have the car and have, I'll do it when it's my time.
Or when
God says it's time.
Yes.
Because I don't want to be before God. I want to be right on time.
Exactly.
We know what it is.
Right.
Yes, ma'am.
Right.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I know.
Right.
Okay.
Exactly. Right. So getting back to, because we have talked about pouring into each other, we have talked about the foundation of what makes Purse PowHER what it is, but getting back to our finances, where did you start? Like, for any mommy that's just out there that's maybe drowning in debt, or not even that, just doesn't know where to begin, that wants to save but doesn't understand, that wants to be able to enjoy, all the things. And let's also get into this that I always hear you talking about, this mommy account.
I'm ready. So if I can just talk to a mom that wants to start, I would start by saying, let go of the embarrassment. Let go of the shame. Because again, most of us was never taught money management. So how are we doing something we was never taught how to do, right? And we all have a money story. So get rid of the shame, get rid of the embarrassment, and say, I need help, or I need to start. And the simplest thing we can do is write down everything. Okay, and take a look at it. That's how I start off a money session. Okay, let's get real. How much money comes into the house?
Okay.
And then don't just say, well, I get paid this amount, my paycheck. Write it down and look at it, right? And then write down everything that you take care of, down to the Amazon Prime.
Okay.
The gym membership when we haven't been to the gym all year.
Right.
Right. All of those
Okay.
memberships, everything, right, list it out and then add it up. And then see how much is going out of your house and see how much is coming in.
Gotcha.
And sometimes you'll be surprised that you actually have money, but where is it going?
Gotcha.
You know, because we get into the habit of just paying bills because they have to be paid.
Right.
Or we swiping our card to eat because we're just swiping, and we really don't know how much is coming in and how much is going out. So for any lady to start, do that first.
Okay. So like how I just every day with journaling, I pretty much need to treat my like a journal and journal all. Yeah.
And people get scared of the word budget. Yeah. Like if you say budget, people automatically say, "Oh Lord, I gotta pay bills," and I got.
Right.
When I say budget, I include my mommy account on my budget.
Okay.
I include family vacations. I even include family days. Like me and my baby, she wanted to go see Gabby's dollhouse. She's been talking about it forever. Okay. So on that budget, I'm budgeting for the movies because we know by the time you get snacks, that's $50.
That's true. Yes.
Guess what? It's on my budget. And so I'm planning to have fun. I'm planning to do fun, not just to pay bills, but I'm planning to live. And so I create a budget every month. And so now I know where every dime is going. I'm not wondering at the end of the month, what did I spend money on? I know where it went. Okay. So that's where I would say start.
Okay. Now, what is this mommy account? Because I don't have one, and I need one.
What do you mean? Okay, so
tell us about this mommy account.
A mommy account is just, and you can name it anything that you want to name. I have some ladies that name theirs her diva account. Okay. I was like, I like that name, but I named it my mommy account because I'm a mom. And a lot of times we get up, we go to work, we're tired, we're sick, we're stressed out. We just don't even want to be on this job. Right. We're going to be honest, right? And so we need an account where we can put money into just for ourselves. Because if we just have all the money together, guess what we're going to do? We're going to take care of our babies. Right. Oh, they need this, they need that, and we're going to pay a bill. But if we have this money set aside for me, we're no longer guilty for buying something for ourselves. We're no longer guilty for doing something because I've taken care of the household. I paid the bills. This is my money. And so if we just decide to deposit that money into our account every time we get paid, you don't have to use it all the time because you can save it for a big purchase. Right? Or for me, I like my nails. I like my purses. Not anything too expensive, but I have that money where I can just buy myself something. And to all of my ladies that are hiding those bags in your trunk, in the closet, because that was me.
Right. Getting them delivered to my job and then taking them out and putting them in a different bag like it's groceries.
I walk in the house with my bags and I will show him, look what I bought myself today. Right? Because it came from my mommy account. And I know I'm not taking away from that. Gotcha. Yeah. So whenever I create my budget, it literally says mommy account. Okay. And I transfer that. Now, when I first started my journey 17, 18 years ago, it wasn't a big deposit, right? It could be $10, $15. Okay. It can be $25, right? Just let me take myself out to lunch. Yes. But as you grow, as you start creating your budget every month, guess what? Your mommy account will grow too.
Okay. Because that was my thing for those mommies that feel like I just don't, in the economy we're living in right now, I just don't even have it to give. So to know that, to encourage them that you didn't start off putting large amounts, but it started small and through budgeting and just financial wisdom, you've been able to put more. Right. And to not feel selfish because house is still taken care of first. That's deep.
And so if I don't do anything else, I'm making a transfer to my mommy account. And I'm talking to all my moms. We all need a mommy account. Get your mommy account.
Okay.
Get your mommy account.
Yes, ma'am. Instead, you know how you have your checking, your saving. Would you recommend opening like an actual another account?
Absolutely. Okay. So if we do want to talk about that, I always talk about start with 3 checking accounts. I know that sounds like a lot, but just hear me out. So you want your bill account. So the only thing come out of that account is bills. So you don't even have to worry about it. So the money that's put into your bill account, you're not constantly checking to see if I accidentally spent bill money. Is there an overdraft? Because you know exactly what you put into the account for bills. And then I have a household account. So if I'm buying groceries, if I'm getting things for the house, if I'm getting gas, if we're just running to a game for the girls, something like that, it comes out of the household. And then that third account is mine.
Okay.
You see what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Okay.
And so the bill account, I typically don't have a debit card linked to it because I'm just paying
Right.
bills.
Right.
The household, yes, it has a card because I'm getting gas, we're getting food,
Okay.
and then I have my account. And then you can have as many savings accounts as you want. I know people, when they hear me talk about all these
Right.
different accounts, it may become overwhelming, but I promise you they're a lifesaver.
Okay.
With savings, whatever you're saving for, have a separate account and label your savings account. Like I have
Okay.
emergency account. Everything goes in there as money for emergencies. Christmas comes
Okay.
every year,
Okay.
right? A lot of
Mm.
times we're stressed out in October, November,
Right.
trying to get Christmas.
Right.
But if we start in January, saving a small amount of money over a longer period of time, when it's time to shop, there's money in the Christmas account.
That's good.
Okay.
Right. And then I have my mommy savings account. So if I'm saving up for a trip, if I'm saving up for a big purchase, I'm putting my money in there.
Okay.
I even say if you're wanting to save to buy a house, a car, or vacation. Man, we hadn't done it in a couple of years, but me and my husband will always go out of the country once a year. Wherever we're going, that savings account would say that, or it would say Jamaica,
Okay.
or it would say Mexico. And I had a budget on what I needed to put in there,
Gotcha.
and I can watch that account grow.
Okay.
I know it's closer to the vacation, so now I'm
Right.
getting excited, right? And all my savings is
Wow.
not mixed in together. I don't know what the money is for. I don't know what I'm just
Yeah.
pulling and spending money.
Right.
It's separated.
That's good.
Okay.
Okay. And you done gave us the start,
Yes.
the middle, and the finish, like the
Yes.
whole journey. She dropping gems. She didn't put out the whole game plan. That's like a strategic map.
Yes.
All we got to do is just dive in.
Yeah.
So it's just a matter of starting.
Yeah. That's the hardest part. The hardest part is starting, because when there's a problem or I say an issue, as long as we can avoid it, we don't look at it, it's not there. It's still
Right.
there, but we can just put it out of our mind. And so we don't want to start. But once you start, y'all, I've been doing this now. My baby is 20. So I know about 16, 17 years.
You got a 20
Okay.
I got a 20-year-old.
Wait, no.
Thank you. I received it. But he was 4 when I had to start my journey, because me and his dad got divorced. Y'all know during the divorce, nobody likes each other.
Right.
Nobody want to help each other. So I had to figure it out. And so I've been 16 years. I would not spend money. I would not pay a bill. I would not do anything until my monthly budget is made and I can look at it and I know what it is that I'm supposed to do. Yeah.
Wow. I need to get myself together.
I do too.
Like it's better late than never,
Yeah.
you know, because I do, but I don't think I do it enough.
Right.
And my mommy account is non-existent. It's a Gigi account that goes to the grandbaby and the children. You know, it really doesn't
serve you.
No.
But once you get intentional about that mommy account, this is my money.
You
he
won't
can
feel
get from
bad.
you won't feel bad.
Right.
And you'll say no.
And I think
talking about
yes.
it make me feel bad.
Right.
No. Yeah.
Yes, because I feel like it's getting over those isms.
Yeah.
You know, it's getting because I'm telling you, it's though we feel like we have to take care of everybody else first. And I feel like me doing that is selfish, but it's really not. Like you are making it so plain, and you're making it make sense. It's just getting out of my own head and getting away from what society has made us think we're supposed to do. And taking care of ourselves is not selfish. So having a mommy account is really self-care.
It is.
That's good.
Because think about it, how are we taking care of our grandbabies? How are we taking care of our babies if we're not okay?
Right.
What are we pouring from? But if I can take myself to a lunch, if I can take myself to dinner, if I can just pick up something for myself to say, you worked hard this week, you worked hard this month.
Right.
You're going to want to keep going. You're going to want to keep doing it.
Right.
So for me, it fuels me. Because it's like if I can pick up a purse, right? Or for me, I'm always shopping. Y'all know I love to put an outfit together. But I save to do that. It's not like I'm just shopping and I'm spending money. When you see me do that, it's coming from my mommy account. No bill is lacking.
Right.
My babies are not lacking. They're taken care of. I can shop and have fun with it. Right?
You can shop in peace and not feel
bad
about it.
Right.
And I bring all the bags in and I dump all the clothes out on the bed and I show them instead of waiting till he leave and then let me pull it out.
Right.
You know? Yeah.
And I think even too, like having a setup, I like how you did with the vacation and naming it. So do you have like date night, and is that like put into?
It is.
Okay.
It is. So even so my oldest daughter, she does gymnastics. It's expensive. You know, dance, cheer, all of that expensive.
Right.
So as I'm budgeting, I budget weekly. So I split it up. How it's like $300 a month. So I divide it by 4, and so I put that into a savings account that says gymnastics. Right, and then when it's time to pay, I can just move the money and pay it. So I'm not the first of the month. Oh, I need to pay $300. I've broken it up, and so now that we're getting ready to travel, I know we have hotels. I know we have competitions. So I start saving a small amount for different things like that. Right, and so it's a big purchase, but I've been saving over time.
So it's really a matter of writing it. Yes, starting and really writing it down.
Now you've really encouraged me, and I feel very hopeful, about doing it now, and I won't feel bad. Because I think that's the problem. We feel so bad, and even you just mentioning it made me feel bad.
Because when we was talking a budget, we just writing down bills. Right?
Yes,
so
that's true.
Just write down bills?
It's depressing.
It is.
That's probably why I stopped doing it.
Yeah, but if you put on there Karla's mommy account, or Christmas, or if you see date night, if you start seeing that stuff in your budget, it's like, oh, I need to write down. I want to go on a date, or I'm ready to go on a vacation. You actually want to do it because you want to be able to do all of those things. Yeah,
that's true.
So it's just changing our minds around.
Wow. Well, I'm thankful for you.
Right.
You blessed us today.
Listen, she has dropped all the gems.
Yes.
If nobody else took anything from it, I did.
I did too.
Exactly. Tomorrow I'll be calling to start my mommy account.
And I will say this because I know I make it sound easy, but it's a process. It's a journey.
Right.
So it's even now. I said I've been doing this 16 years. I get off budget, but guess what I do? I pick right back up and I keep going.
Gotcha.
I messed up this budget.
Right.
Something that I forgot about.
Right.
It's school time. There are so many fundraisers.
Right.
Let me pick back up and keep going. Don't stop, because sometimes we'll get off budget and we just throw it away.
Yeah, discouraged.
Right.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
Pick back up and keep going.
Okay.
Because that's what I was going to ask you about, encouraging moms and telling them to give themselves grace. And also, everybody knows we talk about God with the Sisterhood Podcast. He is the first and foremost of all things. Without him, nothing is possible.
Yes, ma'am.
So yes.
Anytime I teach budgeting, the first thing on there is tithing.
Okay, because I was just about to ask you. Let's talk. Let's talk to these mamas about how faith, how God, how resilience, how all that plays a part into this journey. So
on my budget, like it says my tithes. When I write down how much our income is, I'm subtracting tithes first.
Gotcha.
Right after I do that, and then I'm taking care of everything else.
Exactly.
Because I know where my household gets out.
Right. Okay.
So that is first. First.
Yes.
Right. And then it's been times because we're being transparent, it's been times where I couldn't tithe. But guess what? I'm going to give this sacrificial offering.
Right.
Lord, what do you want me to sacrifice? What is it that you want me to give?
That's good.
And there was one point that he gave me a number, and I did that for a whole entire year.
That's good.
I couldn't tithe because there was so much going on. Right. But he gave me one, and I did it the whole entire year, and I still watched him show up. Right. Because it wasn't the amount, it was the obedience.
That's
what he told me to
Obedience
do.
is better than
sacrifice. Okay. And I did that for the whole. I felt bad because I was like, Lord, he was like, keep doing it. Right. Keep doing it. And then I started hearing, let me show you what I can do. Just from your obedience. And he just kept showing up.
You? Yeah. Thank you,
I
Jesus.
Any money session, anybody come to me and sit down, we're talking about tithing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. I was wondering how that journey of faith and finances and all that plays a part. So as we're, winding down, what 2 or 3 tidbits of just information, of encouragement, of anything that you want to tell a mommy right now that's just sitting there and saying, I want to, but I just don't know how?
Do it. You deserve it. If I can't say anything else, I need that mom to know that she deserves it. And to reach out for help if needed. Grab yourself a sister circle. I said we have so many group chats where we talk about things that's going on. We got I'll just be honest. We gossip, right? But find you a sister circle where you can text and say, I'm not okay today. And she shows up for you, right? Okay. And then that way you're not doing this alone. And I'll say, because I have one sister that she started telling me, because I've always battled. I'm not going to say suffer. I've battled with depression and anxiety. I'm open and I talk about it. Right. But she told me, and I'm so used to being in the bed, my head up under the covers. But if anybody called, I would get my head out from under the cover. Wow. I will make sure that they're okay. Yeah. And then I will put my head back up under the cover. She was like, but we're not doing that anymore. Right. She was like, I'm only calling you 3 times. Yeah. The third day you don't answer, guess what? I'm at your house. And there's been times that she walked in my bedroom. Right. I'm just doing the pulse check. You didn't answer the phone.
I like
and
sometimes
that. We need that. You know, I'm just checking to see if you're okay. Right. And so be honest with your sister circle. Ask for help if needed, and just know that you're deserving and you're worthy of it.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. That sister circle is the thing that hits me. Yeah. You know, that those people that are there for you no matter what. They're going to pray for you, cry for you. And I know I've found that in both of you, you know, and so I'm just glad God gave me my safe space and a platform to just encourage and inspire and all the things. So I just thank you. Yes. We thank you. Yes, you know, my I think what I can take from this is to continue to keep my cup full. And I know we both talk about this. My cup is for me. Everyone else gets the overflow. Yes. So it's just making sure that I'm continuing to keep all those things balanced. And that's hard, but it's worth it because I feel peace when it is. Yes. And I thank God that He has a way of just tapping me and saying, you getting off, daughter. You know, this cup right. You hear you? This you hear you? You didn't have that aha moment.
Okay, God. Okay.
That's all you can say. Okay, Dad.
Right, because I know you've had some just ups and downs, ins and outs with dealing with your daughter, and I know you've shared this. You've been transparent about her, you know, congenital heart disease and all the things. So if no one else can relate, I know you can, because think about the financial strain that could have caused, you know, with traveling to New Orleans, going and see her. But thank God for the God you serve.
Come on now. And I'm about to also add this. God is so good, y'all. Like, I haven't really been able to, I've shared with a few people, but when she was, like I said, 3 months, we found out about the congenital heart defect. They were saying that they were thinking she was going to have a heart transplant and all that kind of stuff. We went to the appointment maybe 2 weeks ago. They've taken her off all her medication except for one. Yeah. So you cannot tell me that we don't serve a good God. And He is real. He's still working miracles today.
Yes. Wow. That's amazing.
He's good, y'all. Yeah. And Karla was there at the beginning. Right. And so you can't tell me that He's not real. And He can't pull you through any situation, because He can. Right. So I keep saying that.
That's all right. It's trying to get you. It's trying to get the best of you, but we will not be defeated.
Okay. And He'll share your story.
Yes, ma'am.
And He'll send the right people to you for you to share that. Because sometimes you have to be that encouragement that they need, or they may have to see it. Let me show you my daughter. Let me show you what God has done for her, right?
Thank you. Yeah. Because sometimes I think, even when I think about when we started the Janiyah Strong Foundation, I think people felt like, well, is it for Janiyah, or is it no? It's actually to be able to help other people and to share our story about her. Because if we didn't go through it, we wouldn't be able to share it and tell you, God did this, and look at us now. So that's why we continue to share our story. So I appreciate you for telling me that, because sometimes I do get discouraged and I do get scary. You know what I'm saying? I get a little fearful, because I'm like, okay, God, what do you have me to do next? You know? And so I thank y'all for encouraging me.
Keep doing that. It doesn't matter who hear you in the moment, who don't. Right. God always sends somebody, even if it's one person that needs you. He'll keep sending, but as long as you stay available,
yes, ma'am,
He'll keep using you.
You done bless me.
He'll get that. Only because I had to tell myself.
Yes, ma'am.
That.
Okay.
Right.
Yes, ma'am.
Listen.
Because that was me in Purse PowHER. I was like, oh, Lord, you got me sharing too much, you know.
Because you cringe at sharing too much. Is these people going to look at me crazy for saying this? But no, like you said, we're supposed to do that.
Was crazy.
Right.
And I think we're crazy if we don't share it.
Right.
You know, so you can be able to tell people, hey, God is real, y'all. I've seen him move mountains in my life. How they gonna know it that he real? If sometimes you're the only Christ that people see. So that's important. So I thank you, like I said, for sharing your story and encouraging me, baby, because honey, I need it.
And I'm here on a phone call away.
Yes,
You
ma'am.
got my number. Call
Yes,
me
ma'am.
anytime.
Now.
Anytime.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm probably up with some girls. So
yes, ma'am.
But
yes,
it's true.
Yeah.
But again, this is our safe space.
Yes, ma'am.
And this is our platform to let women out there know you are not alone. What you're going through. We may look like, you may see us on social media and think all three of us have it together.
And don't.
How you
okay.
you true might have battling something on the battling something on the way here, but this was created so that you know that you're not alone, and this is your safe space, and this is a platform that you can see. Although we may make it look easy, we go through things, and if we can help you to not go through or to help you through it, because you're gonna, the weapons will form, but he says they will not what say it again for the people in the back that didn't hear us, you know. So we're just here to advocate for you and let you know we got you, because we got each other, because I need them to fall back on. I need them to have my back. I need to have women in my life that I can tell them I messed up, I'm not perfect.
And when you said that, it made me think about, I've not always had big sisters where I felt like I can share what I'm going through, how I feel, because you feel like it's going to go out from right here where I'm thinking it's a safe space, and it's going to go out to everybody else who's going to talk about me. And so I'm thankful to have people, and I encourage you to get you a sister circle. You know, get you some people around you that's going to fast with you, that's going to pray with you, that's going to, hey, I'm sensing in my spirit that you off. So I got you. I'm covering you. You know, you need people like that. So I'm thankful for y'all. I'm thankful. I thank you, God, for them.
And it's not those people you go out and pick.
No.
Because I went out and found my sister circle. You heard me say I found. And the Lord had to politely let me know, I didn't send them people to you. That's not even who I picked. And I prayed, and it took me a long time of, like you said, baby girl, fasting and praying and seeking him to send me who I really needed. Those people that see the good, bad, the ugly, and everything in between. And I'm okay with that. And I can tell them, and it stays here. And it's not all out in the streets. And these gossiping streets, you know. But it is, yes. So I encourage you to seek him to give you who you need, and go to him about all things.
Everything.
Not some things, but
all of them.
You hear you?
All
we can have church.
Yeah. Baby, let's do it.
Yes, but God is so good. And again, I just thank you for just pouring into us, pouring into those that are tuned in, for being all that you are, all things Purse Power, all things money, all things life coaching, all things fill your cup, sis. You're a mommy first, you're a wife, you're all the things, you're an entrepreneur, and we just thank you for sharing a glimpse into what makes you who you are, and just giving us some gems that we can live by. And hopefully everybody gonna leave from here and start getting the mommy accounts. So what's in store for Purse Power? What's in store for Money, Meka? What's going on? How do we find you? What do we do? What events? Tell us all the things, sis.
I'm actually excited about all the things. Okay. They go. So excited.
Right.
Because it was a season, he was like, I need you to sit down. Like just recently, he was like, I need you to be still and know that I'm God. I started hearing it at the beginning of 2024. And I had to sit down. I went kicking and screaming because I had been praying for all the things with Purse Power, right? And it was like he answered the prayer and he gave it to me. Then he said, "Now give it back." Yeah. He said, "Now go ahead, give me Isaac back."
Wow.
And I did, kicking and screaming. But I was like, okay, Lord. And so I gave it back, and I was still for almost 2 years. And so now that he said you can go, I'm just excited because we just had our first self-care for mom yesterday actually. And that was the first assignment because I'm always talking about self-care. I'm always talking about self-care Saturdays because I work Monday through Friday. church and getting ready for school on Sunday.
Right.
So Saturdays is the only day that I can step away. And he was like, okay, you're always talking about self-care Saturdays. I need you to host them.
That's good.
He was like, so I need you to host a self-care Saturday once a month for the rest of the year.
Wow.
And so we're in the process of planning the second self-care Saturday.
Okay.
So if you guys follow me on social media, I think all my social media is my name. Meka Germany or Purse PowHER. I do have a Purse PowHER page on Facebook and Instagram, and I'm trying to, because I'm doing all the things myself. Okay?
Right.
She's the secretary, she's the content creator,
that's all right.
she's all of that. And so I'm gonna try to keep those two pages updated with everything that's going on. But be on the lookout for Self-Care Saturdays for moms. I do money coaching sessions all the time. I'm open for those. So even on the pages, it'll take you to the website where you can book a consultation where we can just talk. And it's a safe place. Because sometimes the money sessions turn into this.
Gotcha.
Some moms need it.
Right.
And so I just want to be for moms what I wish I had when I went through my journey. So I'm just trying to do that.
Okay. And how can they find Purse PowHER? Is it spelled a certain way? Because I don't want people get on there and be like, I can't find her.
Yes, so the PowHER is POWHER because it's ours, it's hers. So POWHER is the PowHER on Purse PowHER.
Okay. So that's how we can find you. We'll be staying tuned. We'll be sharing all of the upcoming events, of course, too, on our Sisterhood podcast page as well. And we'll share and drop your personal page as well so that they can have an easy way to find you. And I am leaving here. If I had a purse with me sitting here, it would be full, but it would be full of joy. It would be full of happiness, and it would be full of all things Purse PowHER. Yes, so I thank you. I feel just enlightened and encouraged, motivated, all the things. I gotta get this mommy account for y'all.
We gotta get
Look, you gonna help us, right?
Right. And then once I get my mommy account, we're gonna come in, we're gonna do a part 2. So then I can move on to some other things, because I know people have an interest in like stocks and simple investing. And so a lot of times that's not things that we as a culture talk about. You know, it's the one thing we don't even want to talk about money. You talk about money and grandma like, get out of the room. You don't tell if it's about your money, you know. But we need to stop that and start talking about it more and talking about generational wealth and all those things.
And not even just the investing, it's teaching it to our babies.
Yes.
So I hear my daughters walk around the house all the time. They're all different. But even my 8-year-old, she has a debit card, right? She has money. They get an allowance. But you don't get allowance for doing chores. You get allowance for things that you can get paid for in life. So as my daughter does gymnastics, she get paid from us for doing that. Right. But she knows this is your life. They know the tithe. They know the save. And then they know if they spend their money, you don't have any more till you get paid again. So we have conversations in the house. Or even if they want to do something, and I will say this, we try to find a way, right? We will stress ourselves out trying to figure out. I don't anymore. I used to, but if my daughters are asking to do something and I just can't, I say, Mommy got a bill to pay. Mommy needs to take care of this. I can't do that because. So we have honest conversations, and they're not upset. So when we was getting ready to buy a house, they knew we went on a family vacation. I said, hey, this year we can't take a family vacation because we need a bigger house. Guess what? They was okay with it. So it's different things like that. Or Christmas, we go all out for Christmas. My babies get 3 gifts. The 3 wise men brought baby Jesus 3 gifts. So they know they get 1 big gift. They get 2 small gifts. That's all they know. So we're not spending a lot of money for things that's going to be sitting in the corner that they're not going to pay for. So those are some of the things that I teach too. For my 20-year-old has a 760 credit score. I didn't get there to just now, but he's 20 with a 760. He just bought his first car with no co-signer, no down payment, car note cheaper than mine. But it's because I'm able to teach him things that I didn't know, and because, so now he's doing better than me. And that's what you want. That's what you want, to pass it down. So once we learn, we start having a conversation, we start doing the work, we can change the next generation. And then I also teach my mom these things that she didn't know. So I'm going back and I'm teaching her all the things.
Right.
But we just have to talk about it.
So you have to reach back also by pulling forward.
Yeah,
Girl, you just out here saving the world. Pass the plate.
Okay.
Give us a benediction.
But I can talk
Right.
all day. Okay?
Right.
Okay.
Right. But it's good, and that's good, and we do need to teach, because I send them like little clips and different things about credit cards. And I told Mackenzie, when you first go off to college, they're gonna be throwing them at you. Just that stuff has to be paid back, and just explaining that to her, because I didn't know. I learned along the way. So I'm trying to make sure that they know, so they won't fall into the pivot of debt and mistakes that I did. And I think we just have to get out of that mindset of it being a taboo. Just like with mental health, it's just certain things that we don't talk about, but we need to. And I think we're breaking barriers. I think we're making strides, but I also think it's important to have people like you in place, because sometimes people want to come and see someone that looks like them. But I think what sets you apart from others is your transparency. You didn't always have it together. And I know that's why your business will grow. I know that's why it'll be a household name, is because you don't allege and sit on something that I had all together. And I think your transparency is what's needed. I think people are out there making the moves, but I think they still need to bring in that component of transparency, of not acting like you've always had it together. Because I have not. There have been times where I thought I wasn't going to have a marriage, or I thought my kids were going to be like, we leaving you. We don't want to, friends, family, like, girl, you just too much. And so I thank God that he took little old me and transformed me into something that can be a blessing to someone else. And then I think you having so much to offer just about your love for God and how he is the center of your life. And I think it's a blessing. It is. That anointing in that is just, she just has to walk in it. Because you have a gift. You do. Like, you just gleam. With his presence is just all over you.
I thank you, Lord.
All over you. And so I just want to encourage a woman that may not know, and may feel, I don't have it all together. I don't know enough scriptures. I can't pray enough. Start where you are. Like you said, you literally said, just begin.
That's it.
So that's my encouragement. That's my end cap from what I've taken from this, just to start, just to take that first step, just leap.
Now you got me thinking, you know how at church they say, come as you are?
Uh-huh.
I think that's the same thing when it comes down to starting somewhere. You coming as you are. You bringing broken.
Yeah.
What it say? Broke, busted, and disgusted.
Okay.
So you seeing I'm coming, I'm falling on my face where I'm at, for you to know I'm serious, God. I think that's all it takes. Just gotta start somewhere, y'all.
The hardest part is start.
It is.
But just do that.
Whether it's a devotional, once a day, or you praying, or just start.
Yeah.
Gotta start somewhere.
Any more gems you want to drop?
Look, I don't have any more. I believe my girl Meka dropped a whole bunch of gems today.
I know. I needed a notepad instead of these podcast cards. Right, because I'm going to have to go back and just take me some notes, because she hit on some things that needed to be said that were necessary. So if you had any final thoughts that you wanted to share for anyone tuning in, what would it be?
Just to know that you are enough. You are enough. You are enough to be able to start. You are enough for God to love you just where you are. You are enough to pour back into your cup. Like, if you are enough, that's it.
I am enough.
You are enough. Yeah. Both of y'all enough.
All of us. We say it. We are enough.
We are enough.
We are enough. I like that. And on that note, we are enough.
We are enough, y'all.
So this has been another episode of the Sisterhood Podcast. Our goal is always to just encourage, inspire, motivate, to be a safe space for all women out there. We are all things raw, all things bold. We are unfiltered. We are unapologetically us. And until next time, we're out.